Hello again, my friend. I'm really glad you're here. Today's story is about a man who thought he lost everything, but sometimes life gives you something even better when you're not expecting it. It's a story about change, choices, and finding your way. This is a story about loss and unexpected hope. The Forgotten Train. David had always followed a strict plan. He studied law, got a job at a good company, and rented a flat in the city. Every morning, he took the 7:15 train to work, sat in the same seat, and read the same newspaper. But one Friday, everything fell apart. His boss called him into the office and said the company was downsizing. David was one of the first to go. The next morning, he sat on a bench at the train station, not knowing where to go. He felt lost, embarrassed, and unsure of what to do next. As he stared at the tracks, an old man sat beside him. "You look like someone who's forgotten how to breathe," the man said with a smile. David laughed a little. "I just got fired. I don't know what to do now," the old man nodded. "Sometimes losing your job is just life pushing you in a better direction." They talked for over an hour. The man, whose name was Peter, told David he used to be a chef. After an injury, he couldn't cook professionally anymore, but he started teaching cooking classes instead. Now he loved it more than his old job. David had never thought of doing anything different. But Peter's story made him think. The next day, instead of taking the train to nowhere, David walked into a local cafe. A sign on the wall said, "Barista needed no experience required." 3 months later, David still worked there. He had learned to make perfect coffee, remembered regular customers' names, and smiled more than he had in years. He never saw Peter again, but he often thought of him. That day on the bench changed everything. Now let us go over some vocabulary. These words can be a bit difficult at B2 level. Let's start with strict, following rules very carefully. David lived a strict life with a clear routine. Now let's understand downsizing. When a company reduces the number of employees, David lost his job because the company was downsizing. Take a look at bench, a long seat usually found in public places. David sat on a bench at the train station. Here's embarrassed, feeling bad or shy about something. David felt embarrassed about losing his job. Let's talk about tracks, the metal lines that trains run on. David stared at the train tracks while thinking. Now check professionally. As part of a job, Peter couldn't cook professionally anymore. Here's direction, a path or plan in life. Losing his job pushed David in a new direction. Take a look at barista, a person who makes and serves coffee in a cafe. David became a barista at a small cafe. Let's try experience, knowledge or skill from doing something. The cafe didn't require any experience. Here's customers, people who buy things from a business. David learned the names of many customers. Now see routine, something you do regularly. David's old routine was strict and unchanging. Let's explore smile, a happy expression on your face. David smiled more in his new job than ever before. Take a moment with cafe, a small restaurant that serves coffee and snacks. David started working at a local cafe. Look at flat, a place to live, like an apartment. David rented a flat in the city. Now try unsure. Not confident or certain, David was unsure what to do after losing his job. Here's injury, harm to the body. Peter stopped cooking after his injury. Think about lost, not knowing where you are or what to do. David felt lost after being fired. Let's understand unexpected. Something you didn't plan or guess. David found hope in an unexpected place. Here's choices, the things we can decide to do. David discovered new choices for his future. Finally, let's go with hope. The feeling that something good can happen. The story shows that even in hard times, there is always hope. Thanks for reading this story with me. It's a good reminder that even when one door closes, another can open. You never know where the next path will lead, so stay open, stay strong, and keep learning. See you next time.